Let the music play on.
Mr. DJ,
I'm telling you that
the wicked shine
with some show.
the nice and easy.
Ashanti's radio for the discerning listener. That's Love 99.5 FM.
Now, business news on Love 99.5 FM.
Coming up in business, MasterCard Foundation impacts on Ghanaian farmers and students. Total Ghana to partner KNUST in training students for the oil sector. And China's inflation rate dips to 1.9%, raising easing hopes. Business reports on Love FM is brought to you by the Guarantee Trust Bank, ACE Consult, and MTN Business. My name is Kofi Edudomfe. Let's have the stories now. MasterCard Foundation is enthused at the impact of its agricultural finance pilot to expand access to savings services to Ghanaian cocoa farmers. Working in partnership with Opportunity International, the foundation has provided 23,000 agricultural loans to over 1 million depositors and borrowers in the past 4 years. The $8 million Financial Services for Rural Communities and Stakeholder Farmers in Africa program is being implemented in Ghana, Malawi, Mozambique, Rwanda, and Uganda. President and CEO of MasterCard Foundation, Reeta Roy, tells Luv Business the innovative model has allowed high returns for farmers in Ghana.
So it's not just staying in Accra and Kumasi, but really going into rural areas. A very, very important part of that project is to work with farmers and to help them not only have access to savings, but to have access to extension services, to fertilizer, planting techniques, so that they can increase their yields of their crops, and they can be plugged into the value chains so that there's a market access for their crop. I was visiting them in their fields, etc., and they were showing me how the yields have increased to 160%, and what this has meant in terms of them to be able to not only expand, but also to diversify their crops. And obviously with the additional income, either to save or to finance school education for their children, which has been very, very important.
The foundation also partners HFC Bank to better serve the financial needs of young people with focus on financial literacy, planning, budgeting, and savings. Meanwhile, the MasterCard Foundation is targeting 15,000 young underprivileged Africans with a $500 million scholars program. In Ghana, 200 young people are to access education under a partnership with Access University. Another project with NGO Campaign for Female Education looks at girl education at the secondary and post-secondary levels. Reeta Roy has emphasized employability skills that lead to job creation in the foundation support for education.
We are looking at a global program, but it's largely going to be impacting African young people. So we're looking at 15,000 young people to complete secondary and university education. Second is we're looking at a particular profile. And the profile is obviously young people, who are high achieving, who will thrive in a learning environment. But we're also looking for young people who already have some of the characteristics of leadership and the desire to want to do something, not only just with their lives, but to give back to their community, give back to Africa. And probably the third, which is all in combination, is we are looking specifically for young people from very, very disadvantaged backgrounds. So it's not just a scholarship where tuition fees are paid for. This is comprehensive support which covers certainly the school fees, but also covers the books, the pocket money, the room and board. And added to that is mentoring, opportunities for internships, opportunities for hands-on learning, and transitional support. And so we are trying to create a ladder of opportunity. We know that enrollment rates and completion rate at secondary is well behind the other parts of the world. And so this is a very, very critical step to ensure young people actually transition, not just from primary school, but all the way through secondary. And from secondary to create transition steps for them to go on to higher education.
Reeta Roy is President and CEO of MasterCard Foundation. In other news, Total Petroleum Ghana is to partner with the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology in the training of students for the oil industry.